Hey there, YouTube. So this video is going to be on preferences. I've been trying to get this one done for a couple of video days for a while now, and it keeps getting pushed back by something else. But finally here. So this one, I don't have any research or anything written down for it. This is just basically heart-to-heart, free flow. I'm going to say whatever the hell's on my mind. But as far as preferences go, I feel like a lot of people that are members of the extreme left or the ultra left or the aggressive left, take your pick which one you want to call them, but I don't think they understand the hypocrisy in the wording that they use, because when they say that, oh, the only reason why you as a man won't date a trans woman is because you're transphobic, which I also feel that they don't understand what the definition of phobia is either, which is an irrational fear. Now, I can't speak for every man, but me, I'm a straight man. I like my vagina, and I like women. Love them, matter of fact. But a lot of these, I try to explain to a lot of these people that it simply comes down to a number of things. You see, now when I meet somebody, if I go to a bar with the intention of hooking up or meeting somebody, I know the first thing that I do is I assess them from a distance and decide whether or not I want to buy that person a drink. Now, am I saying that every trans out there that's a man that's transitioning into a woman doesn't appear like a woman on the outside? No. Some of them do, some of them don't. But 9 times out of 10, at a distance, I can still tell the difference between a male and a female, because there are inherent genetic markers that make men and women different. It's just the way it is. It's biology, it's evolution, you can't change it. I mean, you can change it by surgery and hormone therapy, and if that's what you want to do, that's your prerogative. I'm not going to stop you. But to delve further into this rabbit hole, a lot of it comes down to, oh, just because you won't means you're a bigot. No, I have my preferences. My preferences are my business. They're not any of yours. In other words, stay the fuck out of people's bedrooms. I would say the same thing, and I constantly say this, that people especially, I'm thinking of Riley J. Dennis when I'm talking like this. Him, her, whatever. I don't fucking care. I don't get paid enough to care. Riley's not going to be paying any of my bills this month. I don't give a shit. Riley is one cross burning away from being a member of the religious right. Riley is standing on that edge and about to fall off that cliff, because you can't tell the same thing that LGBT has been arguing for, for decades now. You can't say that isn't parallel to the exact same thing that people like Riley are pushing. It's the same damn thing, just on different spectrums. And I constantly said this when I was younger as well, that the left, the further that they push it, the more dangerous it is that they're becoming the same but different than the right. And a lot of political scientists and political theorists I talk to always say that eventually when you go too far either way, you end up in the same result anyway, which is either authoritarianism or, authoritarian or totalitarianism, which honestly there's not much of a difference between the two. But delving further into the preferences thing, for me, I don't care. I really don't. What you and another person do, or multiple people for that matter, I don't care. What you do behind closed doors, as long as it's consensual, it's your business. I'm not going to tell you what you can and can't do. This is why that mentality bothers me so much. It's because in my heart of hearts, I'm all about liberty and freedom and all that. And telling people what they can and can't do isn't right. As long as what that person is doing doesn't harm you, then stay out of it. It's not any of your business. And I'm sorry. Some people don't want to date you. Some people don't want to have sex with you. It's just the way that it is. That's life. Hey, I've been shot down millions of times, dude. Don't feel bad. And another thing is when I do get into these discussions and they say, well, would you ever date a man that was transitioning into a woman? No. Now, is that saying that, if that trans man presents as a woman and I end up sleeping with that person, am I going to feel bad for it? No. But the thing is a long-term relationship is never going to happen, because my end goal is, believe it or not, by the time that I figure out my life and I have everything down pat and I want to settle down with somebody, I do want a family. And I do want that kind of lifestyle. I don't want it now, but eventually I do. So, would I date somebody that's trans? Yeah, but it's never going to be a long-term relationship. Never will be. Because you can't fulfill the other part of my life that I want. I'm sorry. It's just the way that it is. Now, having said that, do I think that men that won't date trans or women that won't date trans, do I think that they're transphobic? No, it's just their fucking preference. Whatever the hell they want to do, that's their business, it's their prerogative. I mean, at the end of the day, what are you going to do? You're going to throw them in the clink just because they don't want to have sex with you? You sound like fucking communist gulag fucking talk right there. But anyway, having said that, and the reason why I kept pushing this video back is I realize I'm just reiterating a lot of things a lot of people have said for years, and I feel like you can say it all you want, but they're just not going to listen to you, and they're just going to keep assuming that the way that you feel is inherently because you have this transphobic mentality, when in reality it's just people like what they like. Having said that, as for Riley Dennis, I feel like there's nothing that I can say that can't already be said about that subject. But like I said, one cross away from being a member of the religious right. And I think it's so funny because I remember like The Amazing Atheist, for example, and Thunderfoot and all that. They poked fun at the religious right for years. And eventually the religious right died down and then social justice appeared, and it's like we keep going back and forth. Like eventually the social justice will die down and then we'll be going back to making fun of the religious right or the alt-right, which actually we already do make fun of the alt-right, but that's besides the point. In closing, date who you want, and if you get shot down, it's not because somebody's transphobic or some stupid shit like that. They just don't want to date you. Get over with it, move on to the next person, buy somebody else a beer. Get on with your life and stop getting so mixed up in whatever everybody else wants to do, and start focusing on yourself, and you'll have a lot happier of a life. Anyway, I will see you guys Tuesday, and have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, and or night.